DK, that fourth down play, the touchdown, how closely did that resemble just one of those either backyard passes or football field practice during the summer when you and Russ are just playing around?
Um, I wouldn't say it was just backyard football. The one thing that really sticks out is last year we probably would have punted in that situation, but for Shotty to have trusted Russ and the offense in that situation for us to go deep and to score a touchdown just says a lot about our growth and that our different mentality that we have this year.
John Boyle.
Yeah, question about that play as well. When you're out there and it's fourth and short and you see that matchup, do you know? I mean, do you and Russ kind of have a look or a similar signal or anything that, hey, we can go over the top and we know it's coming? Do you know this ball's coming your way before the snap?
I'm running every route to win, so I think every time they call a pass play, I'm looking to get the ball.
Curtis.
Hey DK, yeah, you're probably going to get Stephon Gilmore on you here this weekend. He's considered one of the best in the game. What do you see from him in that matchup, and how do you look forward to it, testing yourself against one of the top guys in the league?
Yes, sir. It's just going to be another matchup in my eyes. I know he's a great corner, won Defensive Player of the Year last year. So just looking forward to the matchup, just going against him. And, if they don't decide to put him on me and they decide to put him on Tyler, it's going to be a great matchup again. They got four corners that can play man-to-man. They're a big man-to-man team, so it should be a fun game.
Jackie.
Hey DK, I know you've talked about Russ and just your guys' relationships a lot, but just what makes him so special? He just had such a lights out performance this last weekend.
Just the way he conducted the offense, and we've seen it all through training camp of how serious we're taking the offense this year, and how he's going to have more flexibility calling the plays. So just him as a leader in the offense and offensive minded player, and sort of a coach on the field through Shotty. So it's just showing his growth, and he's a great player to learn from, and just more to come the next weeks.
Michael Sean.
Hey DK, at what point in your football career did you decide that no one can guard you?
When my mom had me, that's when I said it. But no, my dad said when I was younger and we were running sprints, it wasn't the nobody can guard me mentality. It was nobody can stop me, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm running sprints or on the football field. Is just attack everything and don't let anybody get in my way.
Separate from football question here. When you were growing up in Mississippi, what were the conversations between you and your father, you and your family about race, being a black man growing up in Mississippi?
I've never had any race problems growing up, so the conversations really haven't been expanded on until now. But like I said, I didn't have any problems growing up about it. I wear Emmett Till on the back of my head, on the back of my helmet, just to show that, racism has been going on, systematic racism has been going on for years to come. And he was a Mississippi native. His killing happened in Mississippi. So, just to bring awareness that this is not the first time it's going on, that it's been going on for years.
Thanks, DK.
Yeah.
Bob.
Hey DK, we've heard Russell talk a couple times about how he taught you to swim this summer. I was just curious how that sort of came about, and what exactly did he teach you?
We were on vacation, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to the swimming pool," and I was like, "No, I just sit on the side. I can't swim." And he was like, "It's all right. I'm gonna teach you how to swim." So it started with me just getting in the water and putting my head under the water, getting comfortable. Him teaching me how to save some air underwater, and then it just went to a regular front stroke on basically a survival technique of if I ever get caught in water.
So you just had never had an opportunity to swim much previously?
I've had plenty of opportunities, but nobody's really just forced me to get in the water and learn how to swim.
So do you still do it now? Or do you like doing it now? Or?
I actually got in the pool Tuesday, as a recovery. Russ taught me. He was like, "Yeah, swimming is a great part of recovery." So I just decided, take a swim a few laps.
Great, thank you.
Brady.
Hey, DK, you had the drop on the, I think what became the touchdown drive, and then Russell Wilson came back to you a few plays later. What did that tell you just about the faith that he has in you?
I mean, it just shows a lot. He knew I was trying to turn up field. Just took my eyes off the ball for a split second. So he knew what I was trying to do with the ball. So I mean, it wasn't really much to say. He saw I was open and saw I was open again on the fourth down conversion. So I mean, it was really just us knowing each other and him just trusting in me.
And with the swimming now, it sounds like you're comfortable enough to just do that on your own without supervision or anything, or
yeah, as long as I got as long as I got some goggles, I'll be good.
Okay, thank you.
Greg Bell.
DK, was Emmett Till, was that something you had to ask the NFL, or was that part of the list of names? I know there's a limited amount of names you can put on your helmet.
I didn't know it was a limited amount of names, but they just came to me and asked, was there anybody I would like to wear on the back of my helmet, and his name was the first name that popped into my head.
When did you learn about Emmett Till? Was that in school, or how'd you learn about that?
So I mean, since it happened in Mississippi, I
Right.
moved back to Mississippi in the 5th grade, so I learned about it in the 5th grade in February during our Black History Month.
And what is, for those of you who live in Mississippi, what kind of legacy is that event still in that state 50 years later?
Not necessarily in Oxford, but over in the Delta, where my father's from. I know it's still an ongoing conversation and a big legacy to just honor him and just to bring awareness of his killing.
Do you sense any movement outside of Mississippi across our country in what players are standing for and what maybe even white Americans are now starting to listen to? Is it changing at all, do you think?
I mean, that's not for me to tell right now. We're going to have to answer that question later down the line, like 10, 15, 20 years, when we got a new generation on our hands. But as long as the conversation is still brewing right now and we're still talking about it, then, people are forced to basically listen, and you either conform or, you stick to your old ways.
Thank you.
Thanks, DK. Thanks, everyone.